Hi, my name is Julia Buss and I'm the author of Your Care Plan, A Nurse's Guide to Healthy Living, which is a book designed to help nurses live healthy lives and improve the quality of their life at work and at home. Well, I'm here tonight to share a recipe with you which is for halibut cooked with some tomatoes and basil and served with quinoa. And it's thanks very much to Jean, who's a retired nurse, who shared this great, quick, easy, healthy recipe with me. Before we get started, I just wanted to say a couple of things about seafood. It is recommended by the Heart Association to eat seafood twice a week because it's got omega-3 fatty acids and it's low in other fats and it's pretty healthy for you. However, there are a couple of warnings to think about when it comes to seafood. One is seafood can have quite high levels of mercury in it, which may not be good for you, especially if you're a pregnant woman. And the other thing is that our oceans are being dramatically overfished. So when you buy seafood, think about the kind of fish you're buying, because fish that are high up on the food chain tend to have more mercury than ones low down on the food chain. So tuna is worse than shrimp and mussels. When it comes to sustainability, I recommend the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch List, which is printable for your area in the United States and tells you which fish are safe to buy from a sustainability perspective. So this fish tonight is Pacific halibut, which is on their list of things to get. Just a reminder as well, it can also get omega-3 fatty acids from leafy green vegetables, from nuts, from flax seeds. So there are other ways to get that healthy fat into your diet apart from fish. So let's get cooking. This recipe for halibut is so easy, it's ridiculous, and I'm going to tell you the ingredients. I'm cooking it tonight with some quinoa, which is actually a complete protein and a delicious high fiber grain, but you can make it with any other, something like brown rice or roasted vegetables or whatever you feel like to accompany it. So tonight we're having quinoa, which I have two of us, 1 cup of quinoa and 2 cups of chicken stock, which is homemade chicken stock, therefore very low sodium. Then for the halibut, we just have 2 halibut steaks. They're 8 ounces per person. Some non-fat plain yogurt, about 5 cherry tomatoes per person, and a handful of basil leaves, and some salt and pepper. That's it. You need a nice hot oven for this dish, so I'm going to turn it on now to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. .425. Quinoa is very simple to make. You just need a couple of cups of stock, or you can use water. It has a delicious taste all of its own. But I've used stock this time, and it's 2 cups of stock or water for every 1 cup of quinoa. I just put them in the pan together, put the lid on, and put them on the stove, and they will take about 15 minutes to be deliciously cooked. One of the brilliant things about cooking fish is it's so quick. But these halibut steaks I have are fairly thick, so I'll probably put them in the oven for about 15 minutes when I've prepared them, so the fish and the quinoa will be ready simultaneously. So first of all, I have some non-fat yogurt, which I'm going to put on top of the fish. Just a couple of spoons on the top of each of the fish steaks. And then onto the other one. Yummy. Then I put a little bit of salt and pepper on this. Just a tiny little bit. And some black pepper. And then all you do is have some fresh basil leaves here, which I'm going to chop up into some strips, just like that, and I'll sprinkle some of those on one and the rest on the other. This dish also looks really impressive, like something from some fantastic restaurant, and if only people knew how easy it was, they wouldn't be nearly as impressed with the finished product. But the good thing is, making this fish is quicker even than if you ordered in a pizza and waited for that to show up. And it's so healthy and good for you. I just put these tomatoes on the top. In fact, these two little yellow tomatoes are ones that I grew in the garden, and I highly recommend giving it a go. I just grew them in a pot because I didn't have an outdoor space to grow them, and just planted a little tomato seedling in the pot. Now we're starting to get these delicious fresh tomatoes. Fish is now ready to go into the 425-degree oven. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of delicious olive oil over the top, just a tiny little bit, maybe a teaspoon in total, just a little drizzle, and we'll put it in the oven, and 15 minutes time we'll have an absolutely gorgeous supper. "15 minutes later, and our quinoa is now beautifully done, and we can tell because it gets these little shoots come out of the seeds of the quinoa. So I'm going to put it over here, and then I'll get the fish out of the oven for 15 minutes, and it looks beautifully done now. So all that remains is to serve it up and enjoy our dinner. Just try and make this, show you how this really looks like something you'd get in a posh restaurant, and it's just like a Wednesday night dinner. I'll get one of these lovely pieces of halibut, slide it onto the quinoa. Bon appetit! Thank you for watching this video. For this recipe and many more, as well as lots of other information about food and exercise and more, go to www.yourcareplan.org, and the book Your Care Plan, A Nurse's Guide to Healthy Living is available on Amazon.com.